Remembering Charlie Kirk, how his racism, homophobia, sexism, and divisiveness will be his legacy. Charlie Kirk built his reputation as the founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative youth organization that claimed to champion free markets and limited government. Yet for all his rhetoric about freedom and opportunity, Kirk's legacy is not one of unity or progress. It is one steeped in racism, homophobia, sexism, and divisiveness. Kirk's career flourished in the age of outrage politics. He thrived on cable news appearances, podcast platforms, and social media, where his provocative statements attracted followers but alienated countless others. To his critics, his words were not merely political opinions, but dog whistles and outright attacks that stoked hostility toward marginalized communities. From downplaying the horrors of slavery to pushing the Great Replacement theory in coded terms, Kirk consistently aligned himself with narratives that sought to normalize white grievance. He positioned himself as a defender of Western civilization, a phrase that became shorthand in his speeches for erasing the histories and contributions of non-white communities. Kirk's rhetoric against the LGBTQ+ community was both loud and consistent. He portrayed LGBTQ+ rights as a threat to traditional values, often framing queer and trans people as dangers to children. By doing so, he helped legitimize discriminatory policies and inspired grassroots movements dedicated to rolling back equality. Despite claiming to empower women in politics, Kirk often belittled feminist movements and dismissed issues like reproductive rights and workplace equity. His comments about women knowing their place in the family and society revealed not just outdated views, but a deep-seated contempt for gender equality. Perhaps Kirk's most enduring mark was his ability to divide. He encouraged young conservatives to treat politics as a battlefield rather than a forum for ideas. To him, progressives were not political opponents, but existential enemies. This zero-sum worldview hardened America's cultural and political divides, leaving less space for dialogue and compromise. For every supporter who hailed Kirk as a truth-teller, there were many more who saw his influence as corrosive. His legacy will not be measured in the size of his rallies or the number of viral clips he produced, but in the deepened fractures of the American political landscape. Charlie Kirk may have seen himself as a defender of freedom, but history will remember him differently, as a figure who leveraged fear, prejudice, and division to build his platform. His words will echo long after his presence fades, but they will serve as a cautionary tale rather than an inspiration. This has been a No Sleeple Network production. If you like what we're doing here, please like, share, and subscribe.